Won't forget when what did he do? He did it like to Johnny Vibes,
Yeah.
9-4 off against Johnny Vibes pocket tens. I remember that. Classic hand.
I'm a victim too, just like you.
Gotta get Johnny Vibes back on the show.
Can't wait to have 2 flush draws though.
And so it begins.
Here's a Batiste hand.
I
He
mean,
made
it's-
this one
It's
just
a
for
hand-
him.
It's a hand that most people would open in the hijack.
Yeah, he opens that in a lot of places though.
Yep, under the gun included probably. The VIG has the diamonds crushed. Digital Dan. Calling out of the small blind with Jack 10 off is something you don't have to do.
Correct.
I
think
know
that's,
not to threaten you with a good time.
Not recommended. But guess
Flops
what?
best.
It all works out in the end for Digital Dan.
You see the future?
It's a happy ending for Digital Dan. He will win not only this, but all pots.
Well,
Uh-oh.
that could be trouble for Batiste. I mean, he could hit a straight now. He has
Yeah.
a combo draw, but if another diamond comes, it could be a little trouble for him. Dan should probably bet.
Yep.
Batiste could raise, but it's a weird story.
He'd have ace-5.
Yeah.
Ace-5, 5-6 are hands he could, especially ace-5. But he could decide to play it like that.
Yeah, 5-6, you think he would bet the flop with.
Pocket threes.
Pocket threes make a lot of sense, yeah.
That's about it, though. I agree with you. And it seems like he agrees as well that there's just not enough value there, so he's going to call.
The VIG
Vig-
could raise also.
He could, but I like his call more so than I like even Batiste's call, right?
He's getting better odds.
Getting better odds.
Oh, okay. Well, it does pair the board, but still, Batiste is going to... He's set up to lose some money here.
He's going to lose at least one bet, right?
Yeah.
Beyond that, we don't know. Digital Dan knows he can't bet this.
Dan cannot bet when the board pairs and it's a diamond.
It's a hellish card for Dan. Batiste probably should bet here.
Yeah, I agree.
He
Gotta give value.
checks. Obviously, the VIG's going to bet. Is he just going to check call? I guess he is.
I don't think you can raise on this board with the 8 high flush.
Yeah. So, but still, the VIG bet's reasonable size here. More than half the pot.
Dan is considering it. He does block diamonds with his 10 of diamonds. Still, Batiste is behind him and decided to overcall. Batiste could have a 4 here and decide to overcall if the VIG is bluffing.
I don't think Dan should call on this board. I think he could raise as a bluff, maybe. If
He
he's
blocks
doing anything.
full houses and
mean,
diamonds.
I mean, Dan's the one who can have 2 10s more than the other 2 guys based on the way the action went. But
He
but
does
calls. Wow, he just does not.
And now
play
what?
the VIG.
This is a kind of a weird, wonky spot for Batiste here.
I mean, Batista's got to believe he's almost always being Digital Dan, right? Based on the tank and the way he put it in.
But the
so.
VIG could absolutely have exactly what he has.
Of course he could, but
Yeah.
if Digital Dan didn't call, Batiste for sure would have called, right?
Right. The
So I
VIG could
think-
have
I
the
think he
VIG
can
could
call.
have trip force here.
Yep, the VIG could have lots of things. I think you have to call as Batiste. He would have called for sure without Digital Dan, and he's got to be pretty sure he's beating Digital
He's supposed
Dan.
to
It's
call.
all the same.
He's supposed to call. He's supposed to hate it.
Yep.
And that's just life.
Supposed to be like, I'm losing sometimes. You definitely can have me, the VIG. But part of the problem is, there are no flush draws there's no flushes the VIG can have that are worse than Batiste's hand, which does suck.
Yep.
Like, you have the worst flush here.
Well, 5-7.
You are correct. Sorry. There's 1. Wow, he's really going through the ringer here, but I don't see how he doesn't put the chips in. Yeah. He's like, why does this always happen to me?
The VIG's having a nice little session.
There's the look at the face. Take the face in, people. He moved to the East Coast and we lost it, but take it in.
Not checking the
I thought he
raise.
had like 7, 8 of diamonds.
Good thing I had a diamond too.
We had a 4, right?
Made it easy for that river to come.
We had a 4, right?
No, he had a diamond.
See, Batiste thought Dan had at least trip 4s. Well, it's got to hurt for Batiste, but all he had was a bluff catcher.
People don't use the word nape enough.
Nope.
I'm glad you agree.
They don't use the word diaspora enough either.
Well, I challenge you to use it correctly
Yeah.
with purpose in this episode.
Okay.
The VIG with a big hand here. Usually he limps his big hands, but he is on the button this time. It's a little different. Not as many opportunities for people to raise behind him. And Dan is lucky he decided to just call here. He could have easily 3-bet.
Yeah, I would have expected him to, even, and might have gotten blown off the hand.
As it stands, he's probably not going to put another chip in this pot, but
Spades
Laminator certainly will.
Yeah, spades for Laminator. Once again, babyish spades for Laminator.
Can we call him Baby Laminator?
I mean, I'd like to. He calls quickly. Vig should feel pretty good about this spot. A lot of bad turn cards, though.
Yeah, you don't want any 9, 10,
Even
7.
a queen you don't love.
You don't love a queen.
That's a great card, though.
Laminator picks up a pair to go with his flush draw.
This is, I think, a very easy continue on the turn here for the Vig. He is the Vig right now. He's charging, and Laminator really has to call.
Too loud over there.
You're going to try to laminate
Sevens,
this guy.
sevens, threes, and spades. There it is.
That's the best way to get there, too.
Yep.
It's the least expected. You would never put him on a 3. Queens feel very good on this board.
Absolutely.
I think this is a nice spot for a check raise, actually.
Check raise isn't crazy. He's going to lead, though.
And he's already been called, I think. Those
Yeah,
those
that's
3 checks are.
reasonable.
Yeah.
I think a lead is fine, too.
Get some of that.
Got there.
Wow, dude. All right.
The link in our pinned tweet is very important to you right now, because even if you're already on Nitrogen Sports, they are moving to Nitro Betting, which means you have to sign up again, but don't worry, it's very easy and there's a lot of great benefits.
Yeah, by the way, the site is exciting and fun and colorful. It's beautiful. But also, like they have March Madness brackets. Now they have brackets for everything. Like Super Bowl squares. Now they have squares for everything. This is all on Nitro. It's great. It's fun. But you got to use the pin tweet to get that Poker Guys monthly tournament and all the other cool stuff that you get.
Even if you already signed up for Nitrogen Sports, use the new link and we will see you there. That's better.
Here's Timmer. Or Tim, as people like to call him.
Ace 4 of diamonds. He's just going to muck it. A lot of players would have played that under
Yeah,
the
a lot of players. Especially when everyone's as deep as they are.
The Vig has decided to limp 7-6 off, which is a little bit uncharacteristic.
It's true. Well, you know what we say, as the moon rises and it becomes the witching hour, people's true nature comes out. There goes the Vig,
As the
having
moon-
donated $10.
As the moon rises, the Vig surprises.
Jesus.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's real good. Digital Dan, gonna have to call this one.
I'm going to put that on a Hallmark card. I'm going to get a job writing for Hallmark, and I'm going to put that on all of the cards.
Okay.
And from that, I will become wealthy.
That is how it shall go.
Yes. And we've got top pair
Whoa.
against a set here. This is going to hurt a little bit for Stuart.
Yep.
Ken's going to bet with his set. Makes sense. Or no, he doesn't have the set. He's going to bet with Jack 9. That doesn't make sense. Okay, never
Nope.
mind.
Ken just decided to donk out on this board. In theory, this board is reasonable for his range, but
Well, I think he
It's-
raised initially, didn't he?
no, didn't Stuart raise?
Oh,
Ken raised from the small blind with Jack 9 of diamonds?
I wasn't paying enough attention.
I wasn't either. I was caught up in things. I assumed it was Stuart. Well, either way, Ken's betting. We screwed that one up, people. Sorry, we don't know.
Yeah, our bad.
We're supposed to know that.
Anyway, Digital Dan just calling with the set.
Yep.
Stuart must call here, although it's a little bit uncomfortable with the bet and the call.
But it's a pretty straightforward call, as you're saying. Let's see what we got here. Oh, my goodness. This could get ugly.
Stuart thinks that was a good card. Guess what, buddy?
Well, now he has outs against Digital Dan. Digital Dan, it's time to bet.
You're going to need to call the doc for help again.
Dan checks, giving Stuart a chance to fire away with top two. What a
Pretty-
spot.
Pretty cool spot for a check raise.
Oh, yeah. I got to believe it's incoming.
Stuart loving this spot.
Digital Dan has Stuart pipped. He's got him by one rank, but it's an easy check raise all the same. He's basically losing only to sixes. Oh, especially when Ken calls. Big check raise incoming, I got to
Yeah.
believe. What do you think?
I think
900?
something- Yeah, something like 750 to 900.
Could definitely go pretty big here. You got the hearts out there. You got straight draws out there.
He's a little bit afraid of bigger sets. But
Sometimes Stuart has sixes, but that's pretty much it. Especially if Ken was the original raiser.
looks like
You
the
would-
raise is coming in, and Stuart probably is starting to feel a little bit less happy about this hand.
900.
Although I don't know if he can consider folding.
There's no way he can consider folding. I don't think.
Dan could have a combo draw here. It would make sense to play a combo draw exactly how he played it.
It's hard to come up with. Is Dan doing this like with a flop two pair sometimes, like 6-3 suited?
I doubt it.
That's the only hand I can really think that Dan could show up with here for value that that Stuart's ahead of.
If there weren't two hearts on the board. Oh, Ken was just changing.
Ken was
up.
putting in the change.
Okay. If there weren't two hearts on the board, I think this might be a consideration of a fold. But because there's a lot of combo draws on the board.
The other thing is Stuart probably is chopping more often than not here, right? Not that that's a great spot, but there is $2,000 in the pot already.
I mean, there's like the same number of combos of 3s and 6s as there are of other Jack 10s. There's 6 of each. So
Yeah.
It's not more often than not.
But you may think that sometimes Dan's going to raise the sets on the flop, but not going to be raising the tens on the flop. So I think that makes it
That's
so
fair.
that makes it more often than not. But fair enough in terms of the combos. Anyway, here we go. Boy, if there's a brick on this river, Stuart's going to be in a world of pain, an ocean of hurt.
Stuart's got to hope for like the queen of hearts. Well,
That would be a
obviously
good
a
card.
jack or a 10. Seven
That's-
of hearts. That'll probably.
That's
save
a
him.
really good
This
card
is
for
probably
him.
going check check. I would guess this goes check check 90% of the time.
8-9 comes in, hearts come in. Both are reasonable.
Dan's just got to hope and pray that Stuart has exactly jack 10.
Stuart checks it right back and knows he's no good, but a little bit lucky he didn't have to make a really tough decision on the river. Dan bets 1,400 on the river on a deuce of clubs or something, a 5 of clubs. I don't know, man.